So they go on to say that artifact mods have been a huge talking point in the community, and with the next season, we're making a few changes that will bring back some popular anti-champion mods while also making some tweaks to the way Masterwork armor works. Here's a rundown from the team on what players can look forward to in Season 16. So the team says, one of the consistent pieces of feedback that we've been wanting to act on for a while involves the unlocking of artifact mods. Starting in Season 16, players will no longer be limited to the number of artifact mods they can unlock. This means that players could feasibly unlock all 25 artifact mods by the end of the season. While we have made small adjustments to the amount of XP required to unlock artifact mods 1 through 12, in general, the pace of unlocking these first 12 artifact mods should be close to what we've seen in Season 15's artifact. For each unlock after the 12th, increased XP will be required for the next artifact mod unlock, so the choice of which order to unlock mods still requires some decision making, and if you change your mind, you can still reset your artifact and make your picks again. So this is a significant change, and if you've been following the channel, every season we make a video about the artifact mods. You've been limited to 12 artifact mods that you can choose from, and then if you want to change it up, you'd usually have to reset your artifact at an increasing cost. So although it doesn't seem like the cost is going away for resetting your artifact, they are giving you the ability to unlock all 25 artifact mods. So basically think about it like this: every level that you get up to 12 should feel about the same, but afterwards, like they said, the increased cost of XP is going to be there for your next artifact mod unlock. So the idea is you still want to consider what mods you're unlocking in what order. So whatever's important to you, you want to unlock that first. But as you're leveling up and, you know, maybe you're 13, 14 unlocks in and you decide you want to switch things up, that's where the reset's going to come into play, and that increased cost is going to come into play. But I imagine that's going to come up less so, especially since you can eventually unlock all 25. So it's yet to be seen what the difference is in terms of speed of upgrading the artifact. But I mean, if they say it's pretty close to Season 15, I imagine it shouldn't be too bad. I do like having the option of being able to unlock all 25 artifact mods. And another thing that's going to be important here is the fact that we have a brand new armor type from the Grasp of Avarice dungeon. If you complete it on the master version, you can unlock Artifice Armor. So this armor is going to allow you an extra artifact mod slot. So essentially think about it like this: you have an extra slot on your armor strictly dedicated to artifact mods. So in theory, you could slot 3 champion mods, for example, at one time. You can have one that costs 6 and 2 that cost 1 apiece, and you can still fit a Charge with Light mod or another ability mod for cooldowns. So you can play around with it like that. So that armor just increased in value. So that's also something to consider as well with this change. So Bungie goes on to say, when it comes to the artifact mod themselves, we are bringing back a few perennial favorite anti-champion mods, including anti-barrier scout rifles and bows, and have done some work to make disrupting an overload champion, which can be done this season with auto rifles and SMGs, more reliable than in previous seasons. So then they say, we'll also be highlighting the new glaive weapon archetype coming in the Witch Queen through a variety of artifact mods, including an option to make your glaive the solution to unstoppable champions, and have a few new artifact mods that will enhance some of the new weapon perks. So I'm really hyped to try out this brand new glaive weapon. It's one of those weapons that you'll only be able to get from the new weapon crafting system. So I'm pretty sure this is going to be our introduction to the system, and we'll get a good idea of how it's going to work just solely through using this weapon and upgrading this weapon. So I'm interested to see what kind of perks we can get, and also what kind of artifact mods we're going to get to kind of beef up this weapon. I'm sure Bungie is going to go all in during this season and really incentivize people to use the glaive. So yeah, I'm all for it. It's gonna have a champion mod, it's gonna have artifact mods. Sounds good. Next up, to take a little bit of pressure off your vault space, we're also making some adjustments to the way Masterwork armor works. Starting with the launch of the Witch Queen, you can now change the energy type of a fully Masterwork piece of armor for a much reduced cost. A fully Masterwork piece of legendary armor can be changed to another energy type for the cost of 10,000 glimmer and 1 upgrade module, while a fully Masterwork piece of exotic armor can be changed to another energy type for the cost of 20,000 glimmer and 1 upgrade module. The cost for changing a piece of armor's energy type before it's fully Masterwork remains unchanged. This is a great change to make build crafting a little bit easier, and like they said, ease up a little bit of that pressure on the vault space. So you no longer have to save at least 3 or 4 pieces of an armor that you like just so that you can have different elemental affinities. Now you can simply swap that same armor piece that you like, it's maybe a really good stat roll, for just a low cost of 10,000 glimmer in an upgrade module or 20,000 glimmer in an upgrade module, depending on whether it's legendary or exotic. So I do like this change overall. Closing out, we're also making a change to the way Guardians create orbs of power with weapons. Elements of the new weapon crafting system will encourage you to use many different weapons and ask you to burn hard-earned masterwork materials on a weapon that you may only be using for a few hours, just to generate orbs. This, combined with our desire to act on consistent feedback that players want to be able to generate orbs of power with exotic weapons that don't yet have catalysts, led us to the implementation we'll be using in the Witch Queen and beyond. Orb generation on weapon multi-kills will no longer be a function of a weapon's masterwork status, but will instead be provided by a suite of armor mods which are unlocked automatically for all players and which plug into the helmet armor mod socket. Each such mod will apply the orb generation effect to all weapons you have equipped of a particular damage type. So a single mod will cover multiple weapons in your arsenal if they share a damage type. This also applies to a weapon that changes damage types, like Hardlight or a kinetic weapon with Osmosis. We will continue to create exciting exotic catalysts over the next few seasons, but in the meantime, you will be able to generate orbs with Cloud Strike, Thorn, Thunderlord, Taraba, and any other weapon in the game. I do find it interesting here that they mentioned Thunderlord, which is an exotic that we really haven't seen used a lot because machine guns are not really in the greatest of spots. So maybe this is a subtle hint to a machine gun buff, maybe. We'll see. But overall, I mean, the idea that they're taking away orb generation from masterworking weapons, I have seen some conversations with people saying that they don't really like that implementation, but I think overall, as a change with all the other changes that they're making to different systems with weapons and weapon crafting and stuff like that, I do think that ultimately taking the ability to generate orbs away from masterworking is a good thing, only if there's some other bonus to masterworking weapons. I think, and this is only an assumption, speculation, but I think whatever they're doing with weapon crafting and whatever changes they're making with weapon crafting, the ability to masterwork, the advanced stats that they talked about, perk pools, what it looks like to me is the weapon crafting system is going to be a slower implementation of how we're going to be earning weapons going forward, and it's probably going to be shifting people away from the weapons they've been using, kind of like a soft sunsetting if you think about it like that. But I'm not even going to start that conversation up. We'll just let weapon crafting come out. We'll see what happens. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong, we'll see. But I do think there is a conversation to be had about whether or not this is a good or bad change. What does it mean for your masterwork weapons? I guess we'll have to wait and see. This is one of those where I'm gonna wait and see just to see how it feels. You know, having a mod and seeing overall how it just interacts with your character when you're trying to build craft and you want to use one of these orb generation mods. So we'll have to wait and see on this one. And lastly, it says we'll have more to share over the next couple of weeks, including more on Gambit. Y'all already know I love Gambit, weapon crafting, and a few other goodies that we can't wait to show off. Stay tuned, and in the meantime, stay fresh and be kind. See you soon. I should go. Love, Hippie. So yeah, that was a dope TWAB. I like basically everything that we read. The only question mark here is going to be about the masterwork with the orb generation. That's really it, but that's going to be more of a wait and see how it feels in Witch Queen type of deal. And I'm sure whatever the feedback is coming out, we'll be able to tell whatever direction Bungie wants to head with that. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this TWAB reading. I don't really do TWAB readings for every single TWAB, but when there is something important to talk about, I do want to just jump on here and kind of share it with you guys, discuss it. So yeah, let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. If you guys are enjoying these videos, definitely be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications so you don't miss out on our new videos. And you guys, as always, can catch me live on Twitch Tuesday and Thursdays, so definitely go follow me over there, turn on notifications. I appreciate you all, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.